It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at Josh Allen. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Bills and the Buccaneers, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here. As it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Townsend. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. You look at this Buffalo defense, and this unit very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's Dorian Williams who got there for the sack. 4th down. Here's Jay Camarda on to punt for the Bucs. Taken in at the 11. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round. Standing 6'5", it's Josh Allen.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9. Allen going to change the look here. On 2nd down, here's Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 90 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Second down and 8. To throw, it's Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Cook up the gut. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. The Bills had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He finds his man. Complete. That's Nash. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 29-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On play action, Allen. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Right back to Mitchell here. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. Powerful running. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, Cook. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll hold it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. And now they'll throw with Allen. A tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Allen. This to the tight end, Kincaid. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To the shotgun snap to Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Cook trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, now we find out what their definition of commitment is. They've run it on the first 2 plays. Do they come back and do it again? They're that much closer to getting into the end zone.
Yeah, inching closer and really knocking on the door now. Cook. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The kick by Bass is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up second down. The final shot before break. Townsend. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 ours. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
To the air, Allen. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Throwing is Allen on third.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
25 yards that time.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really clear.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So here are the Bills to take over. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, and try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Allen. Quick throw there is incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Thrown outside to Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills! Dalton Kincaid. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it will sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Back to throw again. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Townsend. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Allen gonna throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now Allen going to change it up. Allen on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 10. Allen is actually going to throw it here. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now it's the backup Winston. And that will be incomplete.
Obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And that stretches the lead to 27. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of have this scenario, like what feels good to you or what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense